The lesson plan that I created is a reading lesson plan for the tool Storytime by Kendama. Um, my lesson plan would be to choose a book that is appropriate for my students' reading level. And while using this app, we would be video chatting, so I would be able to pick the book for the student, and I would want the student to read the book aloud, which is an instructional strategy that goes along with this tool. While video chatting, the student can read aloud to me. And I would want that student to read aloud to me. And while the student is reading aloud, I am monitoring or assessing the student's reading level, which would be a learning outcome for this lesson plan, would be to assess the student's reading level to make sure the student is able to read at this level. And I will also assess the student's reading comprehension level, which would be to make sure the student is able to understand the meaning of the text. So I want to make sure that the student is understanding what they're reading. So while we're on video chat and the student is reading to me, I'm assessing if the student is able to read this book. Is it difficult? Is the student struggling? Does the student understand it? Now, how I would assess if the student understands what has been read is after the student has read this book to me, I'm going to ask the student to summarize what the book was about. I'm going to ask the student questions pertaining to the book. Now, this allows me to make sure that this tool is not really distracting the student. Is the student able to focus on the task at hand? Is the student able to answer the questions that's included in the lesson plan about this book? So I would have the student read a book on this video chat with me, and I would ask the student questions and ask the student to summarize what's happened, who was the book about, what was the main point of the book. This allows me to, like I said, assess the reading level, the reading comprehension level, and to make sure that the student isn't being distracted, and to to assess if this tool is actually helpful or if it's not helpful. And the instructional strategies that I would use would be teacher monitoring. I'm monitoring if this tool is helpful or not in the level that they're reading and comprehending.